We have no bags. You're... Oh, she says, get away.
Get away.
Okay.
We've just been pulled over by the police and our driver is not too happy.
Hi, we're Graham and Tracy, the Flying Finnies. We've just finished a crazy 3 days in Mumbai and are back on the road as we travel south to the beautiful beaches of Goa. Come join us in this colourful and relaxed seaside area as we search for the best sunset and possibly the best beaches in India.
So we used the travel app Hopper to book a flight on budget airline Indigo, which was a great experience, with the exception that we had to check our bags, which is something we always try to avoid. This caused a bit of anxiety as our bags were literally the last ones off the carousel.
We decided to spend a couple of nights in the main part of the city, which gave us the opportunity to visit Old Goa, ahead of travelling further south by car to a beautiful area called Colva Beach. The cost of our accommodation was a little less than Mumbai, around about 46 Australian dollars a night, and we stayed in a beautifully colourful area of the city adjacent to excellent restaurants. In total, and including meals and entertainment, we would have spent around 100 Australian dollars per day.
Welcome to Goa Day 1. We've just woken up, had a great breakfast and now we're taking a wander around the city.
Our aim was to stroll along the canal and down to Miramar Beach for our first dip in the Arabian Sea.
We were waiting for them to draw the ramp up, but they don't bother with that here. It's a calm day. Not necessary. Makes it quicker to offload at the other side, I guess. We're calling this artwork chicken and veggie curry, because it's like a big shopping basket with a chicken in it and a whole lot of vegetables by the looks of it. So we've been really surprised by the casino culture in Goa. As you can see behind me, there's all these boats that are set up as casinos on the water here. So it looks like people take these shuttle boats out there to the casino, and I'm guessing there's some kind of law that doesn't allow gambling on land, but it's okay on the water. Big Daddy Casino. Looks like it's got a nightclub on top as well. You can guarantee that we will not be going there. As always, some beautiful street dogs of India just relaxing in the shade.
Off to the bus station.
It's like the Rainbow Bridge.
We just enjoyed a quick bus trip around about 9 kilometres to get from Goa to Old Goa. This place was originally the seat of government for the Portuguese back in around about the 1500s and served as the seat of government for about 250 years. This was the centre of Catholicism when the Portuguese moved here. I believe that there is a relic of St. Francis in one of the churches here, and another one of the churches was modelled after St. Peter's. So let's go and have a look. This church is quite stunning. Beyond its normal construction, the sun's going down at the moment, and so it's just illuminating this white exterior of the church. And you can see the basilica, the dome at the top, fashioned in the light of St. Peter's in Rome.
Yeah, you're... Oh, she says, get away.
Get away.
Okay.
The day at Old Goa literally cost us a few cents to get there and back, which gave us extra money for a lovely restaurant dinner.
We're wondering whether we're going to have a problem here. We're on our way from Goa to our next stop, which is Colva Beach. We've just been pulled over by the police and our driver is not too happy.
After about 15 minutes of negotiation, our driver paid a fine. We're not sure if it was official or unofficial, but we were on our way to the beautiful Colva Beach. After checking into our accommodation, we wandered down to the beach where we were met with this beautiful sunset, cold beer and dinner on the sand.
So it's a little bit after 8 a.m. this morning. We're just taking a walk down this beautiful and very, very long beach. We've been walking for about half an hour so far and there's no end in sight. We learned a couple of lessons yesterday. The first is if you buy a drink at one of these local huts, you essentially get the umbrella for the day, which is a great investment as it gets very hot here during the daytime. The second is that the cost varies between each of the restaurants, which is not surprising, but upwards of around about 50 to 100% in some instances, so worthwhile shopping around. I think this is definitely the place to come for fresh seafood because there's about 10 or 15 boats here up on the beach and you can see about another 5 out in the water at the moment, so everything's definitely fresh.
Just greeted by a cow as I leave the beach in Goa. And what a pretty girl she is. Yeah, you're a pretty girl. It's our last night in the Goa region. Where else would you come to the beach and find a whole bunch of cows just lolling about, having a nice time? We are about to go and have a delicious dinner, sitting on the sand, watching the sunset, which has been our favourite thing to do in this area.
The cost of staying at Colva Beach was extraordinary. Our homestay cost less than 30 Australian dollars a night, which meant that we were spending less than 75 Australian dollars per day, including food and drinks.
We've just finished up a lovely dinner here in Goa. We've had a lovely 3 days in this region. We've been eating and drinking with our feet in the sand at all these fabulous restaurants on the beach. We've had a few swims and we would recommend coming here. It's been a great few days. So on to the next adventure. It is time to fly. That was a bit.
So come and join us on our next adventure as we take our last train trip in India and share our thoughts on why, despite the challenges, this form of travel is our absolute favourite.
We're like 2/3 of the way into the journey and I've just found the Western Style toilet.